Hi there, English Spark user. It's Jason here, and I'm about to show you how to write a bad news message. This is a difficult letter or email to write. It takes lots of practice and many times of writing before you get really good at it. Hopefully, you don't have to write too many of these, but if you do, I'm going to show you the basics. Okay, first, let's get the format correct. You have the header, the body, which has the buffer, the reasons, and the actual bad news. And finally, a positive closing. Notice the spacing in between each of them. The letter is single spacing and double spacing between each section. Also, remember to leave room for your signature if you are mailing the letter. The style of language to use in a bad news message is the most difficult to master. It is a very soft language and a passive voice, which we don't use in spoken English very often. I will show you more of that later. The example I chose to use for my bad news message is when your customer has a complaint and wishes to get their money back. They bought your product and it broke and they want you to fix it for free. The product they bought from you is a vacuum cleaner. The bad news that I will give to them is that I will not be fixing it for free. Also, it is important to choose which style of the bad news message you will use. This requires some knowledge of your customer and how they respond to bad news. There are two ways to break the bad news to them, the direct and indirect methods. This letter, I am using the more common one, which is the indirect method. The direct method is commonly used between employees of the same company. Alright, so the first paragraph is the buffer paragraph. The bad news is not in this paragraph. We have to slowly ease into it. The indirect style means you explain your reasons first and then tell them the bad news. Here are some common rules to use when writing your buffer paragraph. Stay on topic. Do not write sentences that are very long and wordy. Stay neutral and don't use the negative words like no. Do not apologize and try to stay positive and assertive. Also, use the kissy kissies and the you attitude in this buffer section. This is how I did it for my customer. Thank you for your letter regarding your super suction vacuum. Campbell Enterprises agrees with you that electronics should be quality built and durable. That is why we offer our 60-day warranty on all our vacuums. The next paragraph is where you explain your reasons. The main reason is that their vacuum is past the warranty limit. So, I softly explain that here. You want to be clear and give good details for the reason of your bad news. The way I wrote it leaves the decision up to the customer and puts our policy in a positive aspect. I also offer the customer another option. This puts the customer at ease because they are not limited. Here's how I did it. Even though the vacuum is past the 60-day warranty, we can still help you out. Please carefully pack your vacuum and ship to our office in Cambridge. Do not forget to include your name, address, and a short description on what the malfunction is and how it developed. Also, please include a check for the amount of $45. One of our technicians will examine the unit and determine the parts and labor needed to repair the vacuum. Once that is completed, we will send you that information and you can decide if you wish to repair it. You can respond by phone or email with your decision. If you decide to repair the vacuum, your check of $45 will go toward the repairs. If not, the check is used for our technician's time in examining the unit. Campbell Enterprises also has approved technicians and certified service centers in your area. If you would prefer to use them instead, there is an enclosed list of service centers in your area. The final piece is the closing. You want to have a positive closing. Do not apologize and be confident. Do not leave it open for further communication. Here are some phrases to avoid. We hope you continue to do business with us, or please contact us if you have any more questions. You also want to leave it open for future business. This is how I did it. Thanks again for your inquiry regarding your vacuum. Starting next year, Campbell Enterprises is having an upgrade special where you can trade in your vacuum and get credit towards a newer vacuum. Come and see the new models in our store soon. That is the complete letter. Don't forget to have the enclosed at the bottom. This is the attachment of your serviceman. Also, don't forget your signature. Hope these basics help, and good luck writing your letters.